Hey, hey, this is a weekly reading for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And if you guys get a minute, please timestamp these for me. I would greatly appreciate it. Spirit, all right, what do we have for Taurus? Taurus, you got, there is light all around. There is much to be grateful for in this seemingly dark world. And so all we must do is pull our gaze from the shadow and look to the ocean of divine light and grace in which we are blessed to live. You're at a fork in the road right now, Taurus. I think this week is a very pivotal time. You did just have a full moon in your opposite sign. And I feel like for a lot of my Tauruses, it's you guys are in the process of going somewhere right now. What else do we have for Taurus? Taurus, we've got the Five of Summer. Trust that there's a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. What else do we have for Taurus? No use crying over spilt milk. We do have the Hermit. It did show up in the reverse. I don't usually read these cards in the reverse, but the Hermit in the upright says find or be a mentor. Take a break from society, a commitment to your spiritual growth. For some of you, it's like, Taurus, maybe it's time you do find yourself a mentor or someone you can talk to. Because for some of you Tauruses, you guys are going through some type of a grief process this week. Okay? And we have the moon. So the powerful intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. The truth is coming to light. I feel like, if you guys do go and sit down with someone to help, go over, I don't care if it's a friend or a spiritual life coach or your pastor at your church or somebody who's respected in the community, or even just like a perfect stranger that's happened to be sitting on a park bench and you have a really awesome conversation with this person and they give you like that, wise information, that's what I'm seeing here. So that you don't continue playing the same old song and scenario in your head. But choices do need to be made, Taurus. Also, I get somebody could be also traveling in to come and see you. The numbers 5, 9, 13, and 18. So those could be dates. September 13th, September 18th, 5/9, 5/18, which today we're in 5/18. So this is today's date, and 5/13. What has been going on around this time for you, Taurus? Because I'm almost getting like you need to pay attention to those things. There's definitely decisions that need to be made this week, and I think that you're going to end up getting the clarity that you need to end whatever cycles these are. And if you're not doing it right now, you're going to be doing it by the month of September. I'm definitely getting the month of September. By like the middle of September. And we have those eclipses. You know what? That's true. We do have those eclipses during September. So school starts in September. So maybe for some of you, this is about going back to school. You're done, or going back to work. Maybe you're going to be taking some online courses also, Taurus. And we do have those Virgo Pisces eclipses now. So it's time to go after your dreams and do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. Let your creativity take flight. Get back to work. Get back to your, doing creative things, whatever those things are. Painting, writing, poetry, music. Traveling is even like art, if you know how to do it right. All right, Taurus, I'm going to leave that there for you guys. Let me know how that reading resonates with you guys. Come back and listen to it later on in the week. And it might not make sense now, but all of a sudden you start getting... Oh, you know what? That's funny too, Taurus, because we have the Mercury is going to conjunct Uranus in your sign one last time. It will never happen again in our lifetimes. And this is like huge awakening, epiphany energy. So I feel like if there has been like some type of a blockage for you, Taurus, I feel like you're going to get the clarity that you need so that you know which direction that you need to be going in. Okay. Some of you, you're also dealing with some type of legal issues. With your mother, or you're the mother going through legal issues. It could be with your children. Okay, what else do we have? So, what do we got? Taurus. We got Virgo. Spirit, please show me Virgo. Hello to all my fellow Virgos. I love you guys all so much. Thank you for being here. Virgo, what do we have? Life's greatest victories are won on the fields of love, not on a field of like battle, of war, okay? It's life's greatest victories are won on the fields of love. You know, even when you're not feeling loved, even when it seems like love is hard won, no matter what, it's all about love. Loving what you do, loving who you are, self-love. You know, it doesn't need to be about stress. All it needs to be is alignment. Spirit, please show me this week for Virgo. What does Virgo need to hear for this week? Virgo, we've got blessed. I love this. Find blessings in all that you do. You know, less pessimism, more optimism. You know, instead of sitting around complaining about the things that you can't control, make sure that you're sitting around talking more about your gratitude, writing out a gratitude journal, you know, reaching out to the people that you love. And I feel like also people that love you are going to reach out to you and tell you how blessed they feel because you're in their life. Okay. But also I do feel like there are blessings that are coming in for you, Virgo. You might not be able to see some of them yet. Okay. Get these cards out of the way. All right, Spirit, please show me Virgo for this week. Spirit, please show me Virgo for this week. Virgo this week. Okay, we got 3 cards out for Virgo. So we got Balance, Princess of Summer, and 3 of Winter. And we have the Princess of Spring. 2 princesses, okay, are here. So there could be something, and then you have the 3 of Winter, and we have the Mama Bear. So this, again, could have something to do with family. It's time, I think for a lot of you Virgos, it's time for you to sit down and talk to somebody. But I feel like for some of you Virgos, you've been trying to bite your tongue on something, and because I'm seeing the blood coming off of his tongue. That's how I see that. I can't help. And it could be like, you know, you just wanting to bite your tongue because you don't want to say anything because, you know, you might get met with some type of swords. All right? Reaching out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from this situation. Sadness that will heal with time. For some of you Virgos, there is some type of a healing process. Again, this could have something to do with your children. This could have, because you do have the 2 princesses, so it could be daughters, specifically daughters or granddaughters, something like that. Take everyone's input into consideration and merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. You know, I think Virgo, you guys have a really tough time with reaching out to anybody and asking them for help. So you tend to kind of bite off more than you can chew. You tend to like self-isolate a lot of the time. You know, somebody else wants to talk to you, you know, and find out how you're doing, but yet you turn things around, right? And want to talk about them so that the focus is off of you. You know, I think Virgo, it's okay for you to be vulnerable once in a while and just say, I'm hurting. If it's not you that's hurting, Virgo, it's someone else around you that is hurting. Okay. And they may need your help this week. And like they're trying to, you know, get advice. It's like they're trying to, I feel like somebody could be reaching out for some type of advice and trying to get everybody's input so that they can process a certain situation. So is this you, or is this you helping someone else through their circumstances this week? I want to say be gentle. I'm definitely getting this week, stay optimistic, even if things feel like they're at an imbalance. If you're feeling financially imbalanced, those types of things, just remember, you know, life is a blessing. Keep putting it out there. Like, I'm grateful. thank you, Spirit, even for the little things. Thank you for waking up this morning. Thank you for the food on the table. Thank you, for the butterfly landing on my shoulder. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what I mean? Make sure that you're constantly thanking the universe and not being like, oh, poor me, woe is me. Not that you're not allowed to have a moment, because I think that that's the toxic side of spirituality, is that everybody tells you, it's not spiritual for you to be upset. It's not spiritual if you're angry. It's not bullshit. That's part of the balance. That's what we're talking about here. You're going to have a mixed bag this week. It's like, things are going to be good and then things are not. You may end up getting some news, but I feel like it's like a blessing in disguise, whatever news this is. For some of you, you are moving on to bigger and better things and having to leave certain things behind. And that could be very scary. Trying to balance out these new perspectives or new things in your life. So Virgo, a lot going on here this week. But at the end of the day, it says life greatest victories are won on the fields of love. So making sure that you love what you do, and you could very well end up, I think somebody owes you an apology, Virgo. Somebody owes you a really big apology, but I think somebody's here is too afraid to come in and give you that apology. Again, it's like they know that you're a blessing in their life, but at the end of the day, a lot of the time people don't come around because they do owe you an apology, and they would have to admit that they're a fucking asshole. Okay? So, what else do we have? Capricorn. Capricorn, what's your motivation? Ooh, Capricorn, you got 2 out. Okay, what does Capricorn got? For this week, we do not need more time. We need a stronger reason to act so that we use time more effectively. So everybody always says, I need more time. There's not enough time. Bullshit. Freedom and victory belong to those who remain strong and true despite temptation. So, as I just heard somebody says, there's not enough time in the day. There is, you just need to delegate. Okay? You need to delegate. You need to ask for help, Capricorn. Sometimes that can be hard for you guys, but also, I think for a lot of you, you guys are remaining strong despite all the shit that's going on around you that's tempting you to go and do other things, Capricorn. I think that you guys are very diligent in your work, okay? Especially for those of you Capricorns. Excuse me, mister, get down. Hey, Phoenix, down. Thank you, buddy. Sorry. But yeah, you just need to remain true to your vision for the future, and I think that's what a lot of you guys are doing. What do we have for Capricorn this week? Round and round and a change in the wind. Oh, wow. Okay, so some type of information does come in this week, Capricorn. You guys are done going round and round in a certain situation. Hanged man, I do get the number 12 here, which is normally the hanged man energy. But I think you guys are, like, again, you need to get focused. You need to stop going round and round on a certain situation. And some of you need a change of scenery. Some of you guys, you are going to work. God, this Princess of Spring keeps coming out. Like, this is the 3rd time, and you guys watched me shuffle. And the 3 of Winter, and the Prince. Yeah, these are all, it's weird. They're like repeater cards. So unless you guys just have these in your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. I'm definitely also getting someone here traveling. You guys are, getting prepared to travel. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. Amazing new ideas that should be implemented. So somebody's either traveling into, oh my God, look at that. You saw me shuffling and it's at the bottom of the deck again. It's time to go after your dreams, Capricorn. Do something that expands your horizon. Let your creativity take flight. Okay. Also, this could be someone that they are moving, someone that is going to be moving, or you're the one moving. It's like you're here and then you're gone, and then you're here and then you're gone. So maybe you're doing a lot of like traveling back and forth. Yeah, but I feel like you just want to be wild and free. And for some of you, it's to see children. You're going to be connecting with children, or your own children, or grandchildren. I like this. So, Make sure you're crossing your T's, dotting your I's also. When it comes to paperwork or flight information for those of you who are traveling. I just see you guys are like, a tumbleweed. Some of you guys are like a tumbleweed. Or like I said, somebody is like the tumbleweed and they're coming in to see you. You're going from like a winter setting to a spring setting. So the weather could be definitely different. So from the mainland to the islands to the mainland. Does not have to be, but country to country, New Zealand to wherever, Australia, wherever you guys are watching this from. But I'm definitely seeing somebody traveling in, or you are traveling to go and see somebody. So, or getting prepared to travel. I'm definitely getting some type of clarity coming in. Also, a new job opportunity for some of you Capricorns. You're filling out applications, and you could very well end up, like, getting a new job. All right, I gotta leave that there. I don't know what he's chewing on, and it's probably not good as usual. Love you guys all so much. Hopefully you guys like this weekly reading. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Comment, let me know how this reading resonates with you. Yeah, I'll talk to you again soon. Take care.